Hello and welcome back to Oblivion Remastered. Yesterday, or whenever you last saw episode 1, we made it through the prologue, through the tutorial, out of the sewers, and into the great big world that is Oblivion. We need to go see Joffrey and take him the Amulet of Kings. And, now that we're not in the custody of the crown, we probably need to think about finding somewhere to, sleep, live, store things, and all those sort of things. So much to be done for 3 cents, our Breton, who went from jail to watching an emperor be murdered to now becoming the trusted courier, at least, of the now former emperor. And we have made our way out of the sewers. We have a whole lot of stuff on us that we probably need to dispose of. Probably stand to have a little more gold. Man's got to eat. Man does not live by cheese wheel alone. So we have a few things hanging around. So, yeah, we find ourselves here outside the Imperial Prison sewers. Of course, we are right on top of the Imperial City. We know that our destination, that Joffrey is at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. Now, we could head straight away to Coral. Might not be the worst idea, since, the last guy that had this amulet in his possession is no longer alive. So we may not want to linger too long, but, straight out of prison, straight out of a cell, maybe not quite ready to take off on a reasonably long trek all the way over to the city of Coral. Of course, Cyrodiil is not entirely unknown to us. We've been here long enough to get ourselves into a jail cell. So, but yeah, for one of our high priorities is going to be taking care of delivering this amulet. Before dying, he told me to take it to someone named Joffrey, and that Joffrey would know how to find his last surviving son, warning that the assassins were in the service of the Lord of Destruction. So that's where we stand with our Breton. Born under the sign of the warrior, he is an adventurer with decent enough strength and intelligence. Not the fleetest of foot, and is of average luck. Alchemy, certainly one of his strengths. His magic skills in general are not bad. So now, off we go. As night seems to be determined to fall, we'll take a quick look around here, figure out where we came out and see what's going on. Certainly an impressive, what's left of an impressive structure there. A little light on the subject. We definitely Sorry, it just sounded like I hear something in the water. Let's dig some clams real quick. I guess. I don't know if that's... We're definitely observed, but by who or what? Someone sees us. That's what the little eye tells us. Well, they don't see us anymore. Again, somebody... Whoa! Hello! Hello, Mr. Mud Crab. Get off me! And one to grow on. Jerk. Free crab meat, I guess. So now I know what I heard, at least. See, that's why you have to be careful walking around out here. You never know what's around the next corner. Sideways cave. Okay, so supposedly I just discovered a cave, but do you see a cave? Maybe it's an underwater cave? And again with the annoying sensation that... Whoa! Where did you come from? Get off me. I think we'll go the other way. Cause, yeah, that everything that, yeah, everything that, we need to be over that way. Let's get to where there are some people. So far I've been attacked by a crab and now that flying imp thing. Oh, look, Nernert. We'll continue. Probably should talk to an alchemist about that. But yeah, that's, okay, so that's the ruins. We're back on top of the sewer now. There's the city. Maybe we can manage to not lose track of, you know, it's kind of big. We'll sheathe that in case we run into any of the locals and don't want them to think we're quite so hostile. End up having them think we're some kind of bandit or something. Bandit, marauder, rampaging lunatic, murderer. Could have gone the other way, I guess. But around and around and around we go. Oh, look, a bridge. Yeah, we're headed in the right direction now. Welcome to the Imperial City Prison. You know, you'll have to forgive me if I'm not feeling like that's somewhere I want to be right now, because I don't need them to, you know, get mixed up. And I'm a newly free man. I really don't want to tempt fate. Market District. Seems like a good place for somebody carrying as much crap as I'm carrying. Oh, look. People and stuff.
I'm only asking for a single coin.
What have we here? The Gray Fox, wanted for theft, embezzlement, forgery, pickpocketing, counterfeiting, burglary, conspiracy to commit theft, grand larceny, tax evasion, slander, fraud, perfidy, and impertinence. Wears a gray cloak that conceals his appearance, presumed male in Colovian, so it's not me. Height between 5 and 6 feet. Well, that narrows it down. Normal weight, hair and eye color unknown. tell the Imperial Watch. Yeah, if I see a guy running around in that outfit, I will probably, definitely, maybe
Go
talk to
ahead,
you. Who are
please.
you?
Roderick is looking around for a business to invest in. I know he'll find something soon.
Okay.
Adderhorn Castle near Coral is besieged by marauders. I wish I could go and save them.
What about this gray fox guy?
He's that wanted criminal. Isn't he a master thief? I hear he's dangerous too. I've heard that the beggars spy for him.
Now, this is probably a good chance to introduce the beloved or behated persuasion minigame. Don't take too long. Their disposition is steadily falling, so don't linger. When you hover, they'll show your reaction. If you've seen this, then you know. If you haven't seen this, it becomes kind of understandable as you go. The potential gain or loss for each action is based on your speechcraft. Now full of the wedges. So like fuller wedges when they're aligned with things the person likes. Select the emptier wedges when they align with things they don't like. So wait, let's see here. Choose action. She does not care for that. So bribe. So we start. She likes to be coerced. She doesn't hate boasting.
My life is drab and wretched by comparison. You win this one. Not now, not later, not ever.
So wait, why won't it let me boast? Don't know why it won't let me do that.
What a dumb joke.
So I guess that's all we got out of that. That went nowhere.
Take care.
I haven't done that in a long time. So, hello.
I can eat for a day with a single coin. Thank you, kind
Here
sir.
you go.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
Sure enough.
He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down.
Well, there you
Blessings
go.
of anew upon ye.
A new what? Sorry.
Speak, citizen. What are you looking for?
Oh.
The Imperial Palace is at the center. The 6 districts are arranged around the palace like spokes of a wheel. Starting in the northeast, moving clockwise, you have the market, arena, arboretum, temple, Talos Plaza, and Elven Gardens districts. The waterfront is south of Temple District. The Arcane University is south of the Arboretum. The Imperial Prison is north of Market District.
Okay.
Truth is, the Legion doesn't know who was behind the Emperor's murder. We've already ruled out the Dark Brotherhood. So is this something worse?
Oh, if only
He's
you
that
knew.
thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk.
You know, the Imperial Watch, like,
Carry on.
I guess he doesn't much care for all the attention. No, I did not just randomly wander up through here. I actually saw the mushrooms when I was listening to the beggar lady. And so I thought, well, let me grab those. Those will come in handy eventually. Probably sooner than later. So now where does that go? To the North Watch Tower.
No matter what it takes. Well, things are bound to get worse before they your eyes peeled for trouble. Hey, did you hear that? Thought I heard someone calling for a guard. I guess that's our cue.
Where are you two going? I think he's hallucinating. First of many shops. Stonewall Shield. Who is this guy? Ah,
What seems to be the problem? When the city is quiet, everybody is happy, right? If you like noise, maybe you're in the wrong place.
well,
The
that's
Emperor
one
is
way to look
dead.
at it.
And so are his heirs. We're a legion without a leader. The Blades were trusted with our Lord's protection, and they failed.
Well, yeah,
He's
it's
just
kind of
a
a tough...
thief. He's supposed to be the head of the Thieves Guild. Oh, what a joke. Can you imagine a bunch of thieves trying to form a guild? The nobility hate him, but the peasants and the beggars love him, especially in the waterfront. Carry on.
Alrighty then. Yep, I will do just that. So, the arena nearby is kind of what you think it might be. You go there and you fight and you win and you become more famous. And if you lose, well, you can end up like dead and stuff. Edgar's discount spells. Reindeer staffs. A large statue. Divine elegance. Many shops here. The Mystic Emporium. Slash and Smash. The Gilded Carafe. The Best Defense. And an awful lot of crates. And if you're, again, if this is your first trip to through Oblivion, well, welcome to the magic crates that no one really cares about the contents of. And if you're experienced in Cyrodiil, then these are probably one of the more seminal, memorable, reliable, memeable Bethesda things. Basically, everything in these crates is yours if you'd like to take it. And they respawn periodically. And you can come back and empty them all out again. Take what you can carry. It's sort of a no cash and carry. Heavy on the carry, light on the cash. And no one cares. They're just things lying around. Very generous of everyone to just leave things lying around for me to take, or for anyone to take. And of course, we'll just go through here and take everything and sort it all out later.
How are you today? Fine. Don't the Varus brothers run a good shop?
Cicero, Sergius, and Tertullian run a good shop.
Boy, from this
So I've
distance, for me to hear them that clearly, they are really talking loud.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the Altmer.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
Farewell.
Alrighty. The Office of Imperial Commerce. Wonder what they do. Other than, Imperial Commerce. Probably administer tariffs and things of that nature. Well, I mean, what else would they do? Burgundy linens. I could be better dressed than I am right now. Hey, flour. Corn. They call it maize. We call it corn. Your very old joke that you have to be of a certain age to appreciate. Probably gives away my certain age that I made that joke. So now we have a whole bunch of crap that we didn't have a minute ago. What else is around here? More of the market district, a couple of guards. Oh, some more shops. Would you look at that? So there's the really loud talking
Pity
people.
on an old war veteran. Spare a coin for the infirm.
What else we got up here? The copious coin purse And the first edition. That's a bookshop. Not sure what a copious coin purse
Well
is.
met. Rochelle
Oh, hello.
Bantian, Samuel's wife. I'm glad he's settled down to training in the quiet life.
Alrighty.
Samuel was a bit wild as a young man. The city will do that to you. Bad company, bad influences.
She looks like, what's her name? Greta Lyle. The voiceover
There were lights spotted at
actress.
Sundercliff Watch. That place was cursed by Mehrunes Dagon himself. Best not to go there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Toodles. There's Simplicia again. That's a random nobody and a random nobody. We have more shops over here. Yep, the Merchant's Inn. A fighting
Everybody
chance.
needs
I'm
a
gonna.
copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Whoa, hello. Boy, you get
Have
right
a
up on
copy
top
of the
of a
Black
fellow.
Horse Courier. It's the only way to get the real news. Feature story on the Gray Fox.
What do you know? Did he give me a copy? Or no? Did he actually give me anything, or did he just talk about it? Let's see. I don't see it. So, yeah, he told me to get that, and then, yeah, nothing. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
The news
Oh,
from
there's the...
Anvil is
Get your
terrible.
Black Horse Courier
Have you
here.
heard about the attack on the chapel there?
There's a fighting chance. What else we got here? Red diamond jewelry. So I guess I've wandered over to the other... Yeah, the other set of stalls. Where'd the butterfly go? Butterfly, butterfly. Can I catch him? Nope. That was worth a shot. So there's a jewelry store. There's another crate. Taking a lot of stuff that has no value. But it's easier, honestly, to just grab everything. Because now I'm over encumbered. Now we're full. So, being over encumbered, we'll walk slower and drag around a lot. But like I say, it's just easier to grab everything and sort it all out later. Apples and onions, found a food barrel. Don't want to miss a barrel. There's that fear of missing out. A little FOMO. You go around. It has let me stock up on repair hammers, which will come in handy. All right. Stumble, bumble. Ooh, everything's so heavy. What else is in here? I can't read the sign over at that door. What we got there?
How are you?
Ginsane's. Hello.
I'm Irene
Oh,
Metric. If you needed to know more, you'd already know.
Aren't you a
Frostcrag
charmer?
Spire has been uninhabited for so long. They say it was as wondrous as the Arcane University itself. I don't
Frostcrag
trust you
Spire,
enough
you
to
say?
talk about that.
Well, I'm
Bye.
not in the mood to play the mini game, so you go. You take your charming self right on along. Frostcrag Spire, huh? You know, I had a relative that used to talk about a place like that. I probably should find out more. Yes,
Let's hear it.
a little bit of foreshadowing for those who know.
It's not my favorite place, but if I'm really hungry, goodbye. Bye.
There's the Black Horse
Greetings,
Courier.
Imperial.
Bo Thiel from the Arcane University is looking for someone to...
Let's go and wander inside the newspaper office here.
Afternoon. Urjabi helps his brothers, Rajirad and Hasiri, to run the Black Horse Courier. Others write. We organize. We deliver. The news never stops.
All
My
right.
cousin says the beggars all work for the Grey Fox. It's rather frightening. The Black
These
Horse
people
Courier brings
are-
the news of the people to the people. We are funded by the Empire, so our broadsheets are always free. You
Okay.
too.
Is there a copy lying around here? Assassination. A special edition. Emperor Uriel Septim VII is dead at the age of 87. I knew he looked old, having ruled Tamriel for 65 years. Killed by assassins unknown at the same time as separate location. The late Emperor's 3 sons and heirs, Crown Prince Geldal, Prince Inman, Prince Abel, were slain by other assassins. An investigation is underway into the identity and motives of the assassins, but the Elder Council, Imperial Guard, and Blades Guard have forbidden publication reports and rumors. By ancient precedent, the Elder Council rules the Empire until the new Emperor is crowned. No direct heirs survive. The Council has no list of candidates. Chancellor Okado, the Imperial Battle Mage, speaking for the Council, presented an appeal for calm and asked that people remember the Emperor, his sons, and Elder Council in their prayers. Early reign marked by peace and prosperity. Empress Calavoria bore him 3 healthy sons, was a loving companion and a great favorite, but during the Imperial Simulacrum, it lasted apparently 10 years, when he was held captive in Oblivion while usurper Yegar Tharn assumed his appearance and ruled in his stead. Emperor Uriel finally rescued and restored the impostor, defeated by the agency of sorceress Rhea Silmain and her shadowy protege. Who was her shadowy protege? But the affairs of the Empire were in great disorder, and Empress Calavaria, exhausted by the ordeal, withdrew from public life. After the restoration of peaceful, prosperous political tensions, Northwest Tamriel, blah, 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 the War of the Iliac Bays, resulting in the establishment of the modern borders of Daggerfall, Sentinel, Wayrest, and Norsinium, culminating the remarkable events associated with the Warp in the West. Flourishing of imperial influence in the provinces, fortunate resolution of the religious wars, the Vardenfell crisis, wise and firm guidance of King Helsis and his mother, an extension of high imperial culture into Morrowind. There's a callback for you. Emperor's murder and arson is a terrible crime and a great tragedy. Okado assures us that resources are all being employed. But the greatest tribute we citizens can offer to the memory of our beloved Emperor is to go earnestly and diligently about our daily affairs, honoring the life of the great empire he loved so much and served so faithfully for so long. Special edition on the Night Mother. All about the Dark Brotherhood. And all of this will probably come into play. Blah, 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 blah. Not really my thing. An article about the Grey Fox. So, Captain Hieronymus Lex of the Imperial Watch is all about the Grey Fox. His boss, however, Adamus Falata, it's ridiculous, it's a fairy tale, yada yada. So, there are claims that he can turn invisible at will, shrink himself down to the size of a mouth, turn to mist, seep under locked doors, and perform other unbelievable feats. Grey Fox Unmasked. On Earth, Kevin Schall recently admitted to being the notorious Grey Fox. Under questioning, he also confessed to being the reincarnation of Tiber Septim, the love child of Lord Stendar, a were-shark, and the mother of Hieronymus Lex. After a night in the Imperial prisons, it was discovered he had recently consumed a near-lethal dose of skooma. All right. More Night Mother rituals. Is this a copy lying in the floor? Yep, but it's one we've already read. What do we got here? New Doomstones series. Quill Wheat plans a new Doomstone cycle. The noted Argonian writer, the Goblin with a Golden Arm, and the Red Crater. New set of. Yeah, so it plans titles to correspond with each of Cyrodiil's 21 Doomstones. Okay. Yeah. You can read this. I'll take one. We'll put it away somewhere. Can't steal those. If it's red, then taking it would be considered thievery. A new guild for fighters. But a new group, the Blackwood Company, huh? So a little questionable. Little private mercenary action. Who are you?
Rajirat greets you. His brothers are Hasiri and Urjabi. The Black Horse Courier is our Imperial News Service, chartered by the Elder Council. You see Khajiit always running to the city? You see Rajirat and his brothers. We bring the Black Horse Courier to the good citizens, yes? The
Okay.
Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money, if you've got the stones for it. Take care.
Ready.
What is it now?
Okay, I think we've gotten everything we can out of here. Don't want to steal anything. Probably best to not go upstairs to the Kitty's litter box or anything. So let's go back outside. So there's our visit to the Black Horse Courier offices. Lots of local color. But we really need to... I keep trying to catch those. I don't think that's this game. What is this? Wooden door to Three Brothers Trade Goods. Maybe we can unencumber ourselves a little bit. Huh. Okay. Do they always turn in unison that way, or?
Say, you look like someone that could help us out. Having a bit of trouble with another merchant in town who goes by the name Thoronir.
What about him?
Dirty, plain and simple. I don't trust him at all. Won't even come to merchant meetings and sets his prices so low, he undercuts everyone. If you want to give me a hand, go speak with Jensine at her good-as-new merchandise store. She can clue you in and maybe offer some coin.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thiel from the Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp Hales. Probably trying to enhance her weird machine. He's that Imperial Watch Captain that's always chasing after the Grey Fox and the Thieves Guild. Chasing after shadows, if you ask me. The Thieves Guild probably doesn't exist, and it's a sure bet the Grey Fox doesn't either.
All right,
It's
well.
a beautiful city, but stay away from the waterfront. It's not dangerous, but it's dirty, and the beggars are a nuisance.
Okay.
Jensine is the lady you want to speak with about Thoronir.
I'll keep that in mind.
You too.
Thanks a bunch. What about
Tertullian,
you?
Sergius, and Cicero, the three Varus brothers. I'm Sergius.
There's the barter. Okay, it's down there.
Anyone
You
looking
got
for
any
work
news?
should consider the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for recruits.
Okay.
The Black Horse Courier is run by three Khajiit brothers. They buy freelance stories with an Imperial stipend and give the papers away for free.
Okay.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
What have you got for us here? Oh, where am I at? I got, what I got? 66 gold on my side. Let's see. LB moves it over to mine. RB moves it over to yours. Okay, well, Not a whole lot here, huh? How's the, how's your prices? Let's see. We're wearing our heaviest thing, the rusty iron cuirass. Could sell the mace, but I'd only get 3. Maybe we'll try selling it in a weapon shop instead. What do we got? Could make a little coin off the bear pelt. Well, what do you know? Made a little coin there. Got a whole lot of things that we have no use for, that are of 0 value, and they're taking up space. Might keep the pickaxe and store it. Never know when that would come in handy. Silver, maybe. I don't know. Take those calipers from me. That'd be fine. Some cloth, some yarn. Whole lot of nothing. Not the best prices, not the worst. What have we got? Anything like super heavy or anything? Oops. Now, heavy is the weapons. The Mythic Dawn stuff. We have the light armor crest, which, you know, you lose some armor, but it's almost tempting to sell that off. Got shoes. Got lots of shoes. Probably not going to wear the sandals again. So we could let those go, probably. Maybe. But is it better to sell them in a clothing store, maybe? I don't know. Well, we made 12 coin. You can always go look around somewhere else. You never know. And we could try to see. How am I set on arrows? 168 arrows. That's 16 pounds worth of arrows, apparently. That's a lot of arrows. Now, okay, so if we go over here, then we could haggle. I guess you only haggle on things you're buying as opposed to things you're selling. Yeah,
Thank you for your business.
All right, did a little business there, and so that's 3 brothers, and we blacksmith's pants, did shoes. We'll wander back out, still heavily over encumbered. But, you know.
We have the Black Horse Courier. Don't know how we get our news.
There's Jensen's next door, but I really don't want to.
Some of the conversations they have are truly...
Who are you?
Hail.
Have you shopped for a shield at Stonewall?
Hail, hail, rock and roll.
Don't be the last of today's Black Horse Courier.
There's the Merchant's Inn. And a fighting chance. Maybe we can offload a couple of these weapons in here. We'll wander in here and see. Well, I just sort of automatically... I guess I'm carrying so much that it caused me to lurch forward.
Welcome to A Fighting Chance. I'm Rosan, proprietor. I sell the best swords in the city. And I offer advanced training for armorers.
Okay.
I understand the Fighters Guild is hiring new members. Not bad work for some folks.
So, yeah.
I'm
Let's
listening.
see how you feel about me. You're a 41. And then if I start... Might make it better, might make it worse. The last person I ran into, I made it worse. All right, so admire does nothing. Jokes are good. Coercion is bad. And boasting is Well,
That's
choose
great.
action.
How's it go again?
So she doesn't like that. We'll take the...
Don't talk such rot.
She likes this, but I can't do that again.
Really? Interesting.
So I'm going to come out of this worse than I started, I think. Yeah. Gonna come out of here worse than I started.
That's just talk.
Let's get out of there. We came out of that worse off. How's
If
your
it's
repair
broken,
prices?
I can fix it.
Can repair everything for 10 gold. Do I have anything that's in terrible shape? Yeah. I mean, for one, we could get our sword back up. For 1 gold, I'll do that. She's loaded compared to me. Let's see if... how much are
Knowledge
those
is the key
skills?
to success in any endeavor.
250 gold for 1 level. Oh, not the time for that.
Have a
Ordering.
look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
All right, now there's a helmet. Do we not have a helmet of any kind? Hadn't really thought about it. I do not. I have a rough shield. I have boots. I do not have a helmet. But is the one gain worth the cost? What's she got? She's got iron, various and sundries, irons and steels, all very expensive. We could haggle some, I suppose. She's selling iron daggers for 12, and she's offering me 3. Well, we're not going to sell. We can definitely let go of the iron mace. I'm not going to be using that. It's better than nothing. We'll get rid of the rusty dagger. We'll keep the other one. We'll keep our bow. Could sell off the shield. There's no point in carrying 2 of them around, right? And we're still over encumbered no matter what we do. Would she buy any of this other crap? Yeah, some. About the same price as we saw earlier, though. Be nice to get down below being over encumbered, though. I will keep the other crest. I'm tempted to switch over. I can drop 23 pounds if I just change cuirasses.
A fine transaction.
Now, from that, we made, what, 30? Might not be unreasonable to pick up a helmet. How much would you haggle? She's not gonna haggle all that well, I don't think. Now, let's see. Yeah, you can't tell. And she doesn't like me all that much. I don't know if that made anything better or not. But, we're ahead. Let's buy the helm.
Thank you for your business.
Alrighty
Good
then.
day.
And now we're not over encumbered, but we should, since we now have a helm, put that on. And we also need to change out. Let's put on our helmet. Why did all of my clothes go away? There we go. So we have our greaves, our helmet, our boots. Can't wear the amulet. Don't have a whole lot else running around here. And for some reason, it unequipped. No. I could get rid of the other shield, too, actually. I'm not going to make a lot of money on it. But we're underweight right now. So there we go. That gives you... There we are. Looking a bit like something that escaped from Sherwood Forest at the moment. All right, so who was that again? That's a fighting chance. There's the inn.
How are you?
Everybody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Yeah, buddy. Go to the jewelry store and unload some gemstones. I mean, we're carrying a few things around, right? If I were a man of lesser character.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, is it me or is he a little cross-eyed? And his right eye kind of looking over the other wall there.
There's some fine light armor at the best defense. Talk to Maro Rufus.
I'll keep that in mind.
I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears.
I'll keep that in mind.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
I swear, they make it sound so, questionable sometimes. Blue silk shirt. We're definitely not not in the buying situation. But maybe we can offload some things. We'll keep those. You know, he's got some nice stuff. We could probably unload a few things here. I mean, he has the Highwayman shirt. He's got green silk. So he has some clothing. But that's not what we came in here to sell. We came in here to sell things. Didn't I have some jewels or yeah, like the gold nugget and silver nugget? She paid well for one flawed sapphire, one flawed topaz, one flawed ruby, one flawed pearl.
An excellent bargain.
One petty soul gem, one sapphire. And keep that and eventually maybe make something of it ourselves. Is there anything? I mean, the sapphire is probably the only thing. Could offload the silver stuff here. Yeah, that works. Felt linens. Feels like something he could use. Hey, we started out with 60-something gold. We've almost doubled our gold.
Goodbye.
Alrighty. So yeah, this is the market
Everybody
district.
needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
There's the feed bag, but you know I'm carrying around not a lot of
Well
stuff
met,
as it is.
I hear you.
Here's Jensen's. The Merchant's Inn.
Good to see you.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
All right. Heard any news from the other provinces?
They say that King Helsith has made an alliance with House Dress. Together, they pick apart the carcass of ruined Indoril.
It is not surprising, considering Morrowind's violent past. We can only hope the troubles subside quickly.
Take care.
All right. Just out of curiosity, now we've been listening to all this gossip and things. How much change has this made in our map? Well, we still have to go to Wayne Priory. That's still on the agenda. Not seeing a whole lot marked on the map that wasn't previously marked, honestly. So there's been mention of a lot of things. Let's have a look here. The quest, the unfriendly, and seeking our roots. You know, we could activate that quest because I mean we're not forgetting about the amulet, but I think there should be an alchemy shop here somewhere. So we could go see them, find out a little more. That's spells. All right, it's saying it's over this way somewhere. Best defense. The Gilded Carafe. Is it the Mystic Emporium? No. Is it the Gilded Carafe, or is it on the other side? Let's go see. By golly, all those potion bottles sitting around.
Arthurlos. I'm a sneak. Advanced sneak, in fact. And I train sneaks. No law against it.
How about you?
You've got a lot to learn.
170 to be trained.
The watch can't touch me. I'm careful, private-like. Don't like people following me. Sure, it makes people nervous seeing me sneak around. Too bad. Farewell.
Alrighty. Toodles.
I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof. Far more than Thornir would ever have, despite his horrid business ethics. Talk to Jensine. She can help you better than I can.
Hey, everybody in this place is not a big
That
Thornir fan.
root seems to have strange properties, the likes of which I've yet to see duplicated in other flora of its ilk. I believe that Sindarian in Skingrad could serve your inquiry better, as his area of expertise centers around things of this nature. Also,
All right,
try my
well.
friend Ogier Gioric, the main ingredient here in the district.
Okay.
Can I
Anything I
interest you in
want?
some of my wares?
I mean, this might be a place to sell off some potions too. You know, cheap ingredients are always a good thing for me. Let's see. What do you got this cheap? Damage health. Viper's bug gloss. Bug gloss leaves. We'll buy one. Not going to spend a ton here, but, you know, things that might match up to other things. I mean, I can, because I'm about to make a little money. Buy some cheap.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Some cheap ingredients. And I'll show you why. Remember all those potions we were making last time out? Now, healing and Night Eye we'll keep around. The weak potions of healing are not bad. Some restore magic and not bad. But those things are selling for, you know, I bought, what did I just buy? 12 gold worth of ingredients. Restore fatigue for 22 seconds. Weak potion of respite. There's the ale, which does nothing good except restore fatigue. You know, we could just sell off some of the ale here. So there are things that we can make, but potions of healing, 35 points, which is better than what my restorative healing, what do you call it? My magic does. We have 1 sorcery. We have 4 weak sorceries. Damage health on self. I really don't know that I want to do that, so I'll gladly sell that to you. This thing's heavy, so we'll
That seems a fair price.
Sell those. Here's another pound of weight off. Making money. So, yeah. You understand very quickly why I do enjoy my Night Eye lets you see in the dark. If you're not familiar with Night Eye, it basically is like having night vision for 30 seconds. Not a bad thing to be able to do. Potion of strength, fortifying strength would add some carry weight if you were over encumbered. Maybe we could sell off a couple of those.
That's more than
make a little more gold.
Pay.
So now we're up to 171. Now you have to think about, okay, what could we make? Health, willpower. A lot of, I will say this, her ingredients are on the cheap side. So the corn is restore fatigue and intelligence. So let's see what this math looks like. So clouded funnel cap restores intelligence. Corn restores intelligence. We'll buy corn for 2. And we'll buy a clouded funnel cap for 2. Let's back out of here. We'll go in our inventory. We'll grab our mortar and pestle. And what was it? Clouded funnel cap and corn. and we will create. So I spent 4 to get those 2 ingredients, right? Now let's just jump right back over.
I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof.
So I spent 4. What will she
can I
buy the
interest you in?
restore intelligence for? 6. So yeah, not sure why it made 2.
An
But
excellent
okay.
bargain.
So we spent 4 and made back 6. I'll take it. Damage help oneself. Yeah, no. Not a thing. Restore speed, fortify magicka, restore fatigue, strength. Restore fatigue, 1 radish, 1 green
You're
stain.
a fine negotiator.
Still got a lot of rat meat running around. Health and willpower. Does she have anything? That's a restore health, which is never bad to have. She really does have a ton of cheap ingredients. I don't want to spend all my... There's water breathing. There's shield. You could get a shield potion out of that for 14. Water walking. You know, it's tempting to just buy all her cheap stuff. She also has a bunch of potions too. I don't think she has anything else. There's the alchemy. I think, yeah, the potions are there. There's resist disease. That is no weight. I mean, we can spend some, and there's a shock, resist frost. Yeah, the grand temptation here is to just buy everything. So that's resist paralysis. And the cheese wheel resists paralysis. That's restore fatigue. We'll just buy up a little everything here.
An excellent deal.
You know, again, don't want to spend all my gold.
I let that go too cheaply.
Nah,
you
you
didn't. Hard
didn't.
bargain.
Well, do you like me well enough to haggle a little? I guess she's good with that.
You need to make a better offer.
No, she didn't like that. Oh yeah, didn't really haggle that effectively.
Fine bargain for you. You bought that for a soft.
Anything that's unusual? Arata. Grapes sure are expensive here. Probably jacks up the price of wine. Nothing else.
Come
all right,
back and
so
see me again.
I can stand there and do that for a long time and do the math and a whole bunch of things. But let's keep moving for now. You know, at some point we're going to need somewhere to sleep. We've had kind of a tough. Isn't there an inn around here somewhere? You can go over to the Mystic Emporium and have a quick look while we're here in the neighborhood. Aren't you friendly?
Welcome to the Mystic Emporium. Galendil is here with all your needs under one roof. Look and buy. Nothing could be easier.
He almost says that like he's trying to
If you
hypnotize.
need to get rid of something quickly, check out the copious coin purse.
I'll keep that in mind.
No one can experience the city for you. You must go, walk, touch, see, feel, talk to everyone.
Yeah, I don't know how much feeling everyone would get over here. Purchasing spells.
Can I
versus
interest you in some of
bartering.
my wares?
So these are spells that I could learn. Let's see if he's got something cheap. Sword fatigue, protect other, that shields someone else. Detect life. These are all quite expensive for how tough my how negative my current financial situation is.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Show details. Oh, it's a special set of gauntlets. Resist frost, shock, and fire. I don't have 12,000 gold lying
Can I
around, but
interest you in some of my wares?
good to know what. Good to know what. What's available. Yeah, we could switch over and let's see what he might buy from us. I mean, I'll keep the chameleon scroll, even though it would sell very well. Because you never know when you might need to be discreetly. Fire damage on target, I'll sell that.
An excellent bargain.
Because I can do almost that much damage.
That seems
I'll
a
sell
fair
him
price.
some cloth. Not sure why he's willing to buy it, but I'll sell it to him. I am carrying around the extra shield. There's no real point in carrying around. But again, I don't know why he would. There's a certain amount of, okay, does it really make sense to dump all of this on this one guy? Because, would he really buy that? Of course, we don't know what they're willing to trade amongst themselves. We don't really see all of that. A couple of hourglasses that I don't have any need to be carrying around.
Another satisfied customer.
Yes, indeed he did.
Good day.
Let's find out a little more about this inn.
Hi.
You look tired, my...
Ontus Vannon, retired. Sleep late and read trashy books. I don't keep up with Mages Guild affairs anymore.
Okay.
Anvil is all in an uproar. First the chapel attacked, now the prophet ranting about the end of the world. I spent 40 years at the Arcane University. Good years, but I don't miss it. Now I'm completely useless, and proud of it. Farewell.
You may speak.
I felt that.
There's been some talk. Some of the men
Holy
think it
crap.
was, the Dark Brotherhood.
No heroics now, all right? Remember your training and do what you have to do.
You need something?
But don't take any unnecessary risks.
You best get back to work now, huh? If Captain catches us gabbing, it'll be our heads. Hi. Weird machine.
So I've heard.
I understand the Fighters Guild is hiring new members.
You have my ear, citizen.
Some folks.
I've heard.
Yes? It is a wonderful city, and I'm proud to have served her for 40 years. But I'm ready to retire. Let the young folks take over the reins. The Emperor is dead, and so are his heirs. We're a legion without a leader. The Blades were trusted with our Lord's protection, and they failed.
Yeah, folks are
Carry on.
Have you ever seen
a little touchy about that, I guess.
Amazing.
Now, where did I lose
something
this
else.
inn?
Children are starving. Please help.
Some terrible trouble at the chapel in Anvil.
Copious coin purse. Oh, why not? There's still daylight to be had as things fall as you enter the room. That's another classic Bethesda
Welcome
thing.
to the copious coin purse.
Oh,
What kind of deal can I make for you today? I have the best prices in town. Why? I'm smart, and you're smart. We know the right people, we get the best deals.
Bothil from the Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the bandits.
Yeah, I heard that.
They offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
So he has arrows. He has shoes. He has food. Large amounts of food. He has books. Guides to the various areas around. He buys cloth. You know, we've got to go to Coral. Might be worth
an
picking
excellent
up the
deal.
book. You know, a guide to the Imperial City, probably not the worst thing, since we seem to be going to be here a lot, right? So that would probably make sense. Now, this guy, I don't feel bad selling off junk to. Things that take up weight, have no real value, and are just taking up inventory space. Like, you know, 4 spare inkwells. So we're just giving that stuff away. We've got an extra gray fox story there. Don't need that. Those also have no value. He carries folded cloth, so we could easily enough sell him that. Potions. Who's got the potions? Oh, we could sell him some of the, because doesn't he? Yeah, he carries like general clothing and things, so I could sell off
A fine
some
transaction.
things that I'm not using nor planning to use. Russet felt
You got a
shoe.
great deal there.
One pair of oiled linen shoes.
A good price for a good customer.
You know, you never know when you'll need some of these things, right? Yeah, we've got our rough leather boots, so we don't have to worry about the shoes. Sell off a few things.
Come back and see me again.
You do know
Goodbye.
that, like,
Please
everyone.
come again.
Well, maybe it's not right of me to be the guy to tell him that everyone here hates him, and is trying to get rid of him. So there's a copious coin purse.
Have all been murdered. No one even knows who did it.
Good day.
I really don't have the luxury of buying a bunch of books. We do have a couple of books though that we did buy, or little guides that we should probably check on. Can't take the planner.
It's you. Hi. What can I do for you? Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead. Keep it. I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it? Very well. Let me know if you change your mind.
That's awfully expensive.
I hope I can help.
Oh,
Bothil from the Arcane University is...
Yeah, I've heard that.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Oh, well, okay. He's, I guess, just carrying all this around with him. Okay. Well, a little nightshade, probably not the worst thing to have around. You know, reminded of the Mexican standoff joke. Around here, we call it deadly nightshade. Anything that makes sense to sell off to him? Well, I can make back what I just spent.
Tell your friends
How about
about
that?
me.
The potions do sell well.
Why?
That's the beauty of them. And I really need to just go somewhere and sit down and, you know, I did almost just make enough to, what time of day is it? Yeah, things done, locks picked, potions made, books read. Books read 7. I guess it's reading the there you go, show shortcuts. You know, probably wouldn't be the worst thing to put the easy lock on the shortcuts there. Cold touch, care skin. Heal minor wounds. We've got on some protect, starlight. I could probably put clairvoyance on something. I mean, it's not bad to have them handy. Cold touch, open very easy lock on target. I wonder if that counts toward improving your lock picking skill, though. I actually don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. You know, we sold that one potion. That would be enough to get the room. But I hate to get a room while there's still daylight about. Although I guess it's either getting late in the day or
Hi there.
Bothil from the Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp Ailes. Probably trying.
You know, you almost get the feeling they really want me to know about that.
From the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Best defense, Gilded Crib. I think we've hit up most of these now. Divine Elegance. You know, it just doesn't sound like the sort of place that's really me.
Speak.
Stonewall Shield. Well, we can go meet Stonewall. Or
Stonewall Shields. We specialize in shields. Viator Asius, your servant. While you're in the market district, see Rasan's weapons at a fighting chance, and see Varnado and Maro Rufus at the best defense for armor.
keep that
There's a
in mind.
new ship moored up in the waterfront district, the Marie Elena. It's a galleon, I think. Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Oh, you're a little light on weapons at the moment, but I'm not going to judge. Not going to judge. All right, so didn't we have a spare shield? We do indeed have a spare shield. I kind of like the one I've got. We'll sell the one that has more value. Does he have something that we should buy for that 8 coins? Not really. Could I interest you in a broom?
I
All right,
appreciate
good
your
enough.
business. You too.
Do a little trading with everybody. Makes them all happy. Ew. Not sure. Well, there's dragonflies. Back around to the copious coin purse. You know, maybe as it gets starting to get dark and everything, maybe we should have a look at the inn. Get a night's rest and, you know, get a night's rest and then head out to go see this Joffrey fella.
Greetings.
Take care.
You know, might not be the worst. Might not be the worst plan.
Good to see you.
Oh, friendly now, aren't we?
Anytime now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Now, will he barter? Yes.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
I never can turn down a good sweet roll. Just too hard to turn down. Good sweet rolls are hard to come by. You just have to be careful to make sure that no one steals them. I don't think I've seen a pair. So we'll buy the pair. What else is in here? Watermelon, awfully heavy. Same with the pumpkin.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. I think that's all he sells is food. So
Come back and see me again.
All right.
I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it?
You know?
Very good. It's up the stairs there. First door on your left. Sleep well. Bye.
Up the stairs, first door on the left. Well, let's go see about that.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Have you?
Oh, okay. Welcome to the merchants. That's the thing to the rooms. One door open. We'll close the door behind us. The cupboard is empty. I guess I'm not supposed to steal any of that. And so you leave the food. Okay, you did leave me food at least. Remembering another one of those quirks of Oblivion. So you do get dinner out of the deal at least. But you have to be careful here because technically you would be stealing if you accidentally picked up the plate or the bowl instead of the potato. Then if you encountered the watch and they checked you, then you'd have stolen goods and then you'd be in trouble and what have you. So we can take a nice sleep here in a minute. But might be an opportunity here to see. So we're at 208 and wait. I'm just curious. We should probably make up some potions with our novice mortar and pestle. So let's start with what do we have that restores fatigue? Apparently a lot. So we can do that once, twice. So now we change our filter. We turn that one off. That one is detect the bread loaf is detect life. Do we have something else that does that? Yes, we do. Take the apple out of it. Use some of our rat meat. And do the same with the orange. And that takes care of detect life. Just clearing out some of the so night eye and night eye. Except we need to take the carrot out of there. No. You take the rat meat out of there. So there's another night eye. Things that restore health. The venison is heavy. It also does feather. Feather is a very handy thing if you're, me. With my perpetual. So yes, we do indeed have something that will. Sweet cake, venison. No, I don't want. I want to take the carrot out of it. Though, if I leave the carrot, apparently it becomes a feather and restore fatigue potion. But I really don't need that. Fortify health, fortify intelligence. Venison is restore health and feather. We'll hang on to the venison. Got a lot of resist disease items here. One bergamot seed. One garlic. Then one tender polypore. Take the seed out. And we'll do that one. I'm just curious what this might have done for our alchemy skill. Up to 37. Still ways to go to get to level 50. Still not enough to level up to level 2 either. To character level 2, which is where you get to raise your attributes. So still a ways to go yet. Get to 50 and you then would know 3 properties per ingredient. At 75 you get 4. And then as a master you can make potions from 1 ingredient. Mercantile skill, not really climbing. Alchemy, close to leveling. But a long way to go for anything that matters, because it's, what is this, 25, 50, yeah. 25, 50, 75. So conjuration, mysticism, restoration would all rise some. What do we gain when we level sneak? Sneak attacks become deadlier. That's something, I suppose. So, yeah. So now we've bumped our inventory. We have things that we can sell tomorrow. Some more potions that we can sell off. Yeah, I mean, we can easily have 100 or so just from selling off potions, which, a little bit at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. We can certainly make enough potions to keep ourselves in a hotel until we find more permanent housing solution. I am curious about that Frostcrag Spire that was mentioned. Would definitely be something to look into. And we still have Sundarian and Skingrad. Now, Skingrad could be a future destination, but the next move for us is to go see this what's his name? Joffrey at Wayne Priory. So it is now 8:03 p.m. So yeah, a good time to we'll worry about the unfriendly competition. We'll put the amulet back on as our main quest. And now perhaps a good night's sleep is in order. 8 hours would be 4 a.m., 9 hours. You know, I didn't really sleep well in that jail bed. So, you know, a good night's sleep, probably not the worst idea. Probably also a good time for me to take a little break here. When we return, and you hear from me next, we will have hopefully had a good restful night's sleep and be ready to start another day. And off to Wayne Priory the next time we venture out. Until then, thanks for hanging out and watching. I'm John. Have a good one. Bye-bye.